And we're live, just like that. Good morning, everybody. How you doing? Yeah, pretty good. Listen, it's Thursday, oh my gosh, 26th of November. That is insane. I tell you, time is going by way too fast, way too fast. How you guys doing today? Doing good? I'm a little bit groggy, it's off and on. I'm a little sleep, so you didn't sleep very well. You can close your eyes and fall asleep again. That's okay. I already downed my water, and I got my nectar. The nectar of the gods, of course, coffee. All right, so here we go. We're going to do our stretches. We're going to go from head to toe today, right? So we're going top down. We're going to start with the neck, shoulders, chest, waist, transverse abdominals, the lower back, the quads, hamstrings, calves, ankles, and then we'll be done for the day. Right? That's it. Yeah, only 12. That's, it's not much. We can handle it. All right, ready? So, I'm going to start with the neck. Remember, as we do this, we want to bring the neck and whole head forward. Don't want to squish our chin down, right? It's about letting gravity pull your head forward. And then what's happening is it's pulling on the levator spinae, which are the muscles that are holding your head up. And let those stretch out. Good, just like that. And we're relaxing the stretch. Good. Good job. Perfect. Now we're going to go to the side. Same thing. We're not jamming our ear into our shoulder. We're letting the head and gravity pull down. And that is causing the stretch here. So don't lift your arm up, right? Because you're going to elevate that. We want this to stretch. So that's why I tend to have my arms on my hips, right? We let this part stretch out. Right? If your hands are down, that's also fine. Whatever gets the stretch along the trapezius area. Good. Other side. Right, so yeah, contrary to popular belief, those spinning your head around in a bunch of circles like when you're a kid, it's not how it's supposed to be done. Good. Now, here we go. We're going to take our chin. We're going to combine these two together. We're going to aim for armpit. So same idea. It's out and down. And now you're going to get a whole section in the mid and lower trapezius over here, stretching out that section. Good. Just like that. Perfect. Now the other side. Good. Nice. You guys doing great. All right. So now we're going to work on the shoulders. All right. We're going to do shoulder rolls. Here we go. Big circles. Nice. 5 big ones that way. Let's go 5 the other way. Right? 3, 4, and 5. Nice. We'll do another 5. Right? We just want to do 5 at a time so we get to concentrate and get those big, big circles. Remember, guys, we're not tense when we're doing this. We're trying to relax. Okay, here we go. Big circles. Right? So we just focus. That's why I close my eyes a lot. We focus on what we're doing. 3, 4, 5. Now the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, and there's 5. Perfect. Good job. You're doing great. Now we're going to do chest opener, which is still going to affect the shoulder. So we've done this before. You know the Rio de Janeiro. Okay. Now you're going to bring your arms back. Bring your arms back. You're going to feel that stretch right there. Okay. And now we're going to open up, and then you're going to feel it pulling along the insertion points of that pectoral majoralis and the pectoral minor. Okay. So that's what we want to do. We want to get right up here, and we want to reach, right, and get that big, wide stretch, and back also, right? So here we go. Ready again? So think snow angel. Getting it up, 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 up. Good. And back. Remember, we're trying to touch those walls as we're doing it. Really reaching out. Good. Perfect. You're already done. See? You're already done 3. So don't worry about the 12. It's going pretty quick. We're going to have a couple of bonus ones at the end, but let's move on. Okay, here we go. You ready? We're going to do our snake charmers for our transverse abdominis. Now, make sure you keep those elbows up, right? We don't want them down. Pulls the shoulders. Keep them up, right? And we turn until we feel the point where it wants to pull our hips, right? So we don't let it pull our hips. We get to that point, and then we relax from here. Good. Just relax. Nice. Now the other way. Same thing. Once you feel those hips want to turn, that's your spot, right? So, I mean, your spot could be here. It's not a contest, right? It's whatever is tight for you. And we get to that point, we hold it, and we relax, and we'll get further and further. So you will get there. Don't worry about that, right? You just do that spot. So let's try it again, okay? We turn. We feel that our hips want to turn. That's our spot. We feel that tension. We relax. Good, just like that. Perfect. Now the other way, right? Back the other way. Nice. Just like that. Doing great. Okay, here we go. Now the lumbar region that everybody's waiting to do because everyone loves stretching out their back. All right, here we go. So feet pointed straight ahead. Small bend in the knees. We disengage the hamstrings. Right? You know this by now. Keeping that back straight, we slide our hands down along our knees. Right? Now that we're here, we relax and let ourselves come down. And we're not pushing, we're not bouncing. We're just letting gravity pull, and you're going to feel that tension in your back. Let's just take a deep breath. Good, and let go of all that tension. Now we support our shoulders on the way up, right? And then we bring ourselves the rest of the way, right? So that our lower back is not at its fullest stretch, which is a little bit compromised, trying to lift all that weight up, okay? That's what we don't want. Doing great, guys. Amazing. Almost there. All right, I can keep tucking my shirt though, because this is a potential plumber situation. We don't want that. All right, there we go. Ready? Disengage the knees. All right, so you're not squatting. You're just disengaging the hamstrings. That's all you're doing. Okay, ready? And we relax. And we let gravity stretch and work that back out for us. Very nice. And up. Good. That's it. Just like that. You guys are doing great. All right. So we're already on the bottom half. Now we're going to work on the calves. Okay. Not the calves. Sorry, the quads. We're going to get ourselves a towel and something to lean on. Why? Because we don't want to strain in order to do this. Right? So you're going to wrap it around your ankle. Hold on. Up on one foot. And why? Again, we want to relax into the stretch. Right? So we're pulling up on our leg and we're relaxing our quad muscle. But you don't want to be trying to focusing on trying to hold it, because some people, they'll hold it and they'll be in this weird, awkward bend position just to grab onto the leg. We don't want that. We want you to be nice and straight. Right? I want you to be able to relax, not concentrate on trying to hold yourself up all the time. It's not a show. You're not showing off to anyone. You're trying to get the stretch in. Good, right? Because I see people that are doing this thing, like they're coming down here and they're doing this and they get this weird bend happening. No. Right? Keep the back straight, keep the posture up. You have nothing to prove, because what you're doing is you're doing this to stretch your own muscles out. And since there's 7 billion people in the world, no two are the same, your muscles and your tightness will not be the same as the person next to you. Right? There we go. If you had a clone of yourself and you just went about your daily lives, even lived pretty much similar lives, even if you lived together like a twin, you would get older and things would be different for them and for you. Because that's how the world works. Okay, now we're going to work on the hamstrings. Here we go. You ready? I'm going to keep tucking this shirt. I need longer shirts or something. I don't know. Okay. Here we go. You ready? So the hamstring, remember, we want to pull from the top equally. So we don't want all the tension on the knee. So you gotta get your foot up, back straight. Key is to have that back straight. If you have trouble balancing on one leg, guys, you can hold on to something. Just make sure it's high enough that you're not bending forward, because we need that back straight, okay? So keeping that back straight, we're just gonna lean and we're gonna get a small tension. There we go. You're gonna feel that kick in, right? Nice and tense all the way down. You get some tingling in the toes. Perfect. Right? This increases the blood flow. This helps with the nerve pain, the sciatic nerve pain. And it helps with flexibility. So you don't even realize how much this helps with things like going up and down stairs, squatting onto toilet seats, like these everyday things, right? Here we go. Right, and you'll feel, by the way, guys, just to let you know, if you come into this and you start feeling a lot of tension at the knee and you're not feeling it up here, that means your back's not straight enough. So get that back straight. Get that equal tension. Good. Now from there, you're going to feel that knee tensed up, right? Now we relax it. Let it all go. You gotta let that tension out. And that's why you got to hold on, because if you're going to relax, are you able to stand? Right? But we don't want that stretch reflex to kick in. The stretch reflex is very important for your body overall, right? Let's come out of this zone. What the stretch reflex does is it prevents you from injuring yourself or potentially being in a dangerous situation, right? So you think about the position of this leg, right? Now, same thing would be if you were teetering on the edge of a cliff. Your body doesn't know what's happening. It just knows that the tissues are having this type of tension put on it. It kicks in, right? So this is why we have to control it, because it's going to happen. You can't control it, right? So we get the stretch reflex. Good. You can't stop it from happening. And now we relax and let the body know it's okay. You got this, right? And then you relax that knee. Good. So let's do the other side. But that's what happened. You remember when you were a kid, you would bend your knee and the doctor would come, you'd tap your kneecap and you'd kick him in the leg. That's the stretch reflex. All right. Good. So here we go. Nice bend forward. Get that tension. Relax that knee. Good. Perfect. Just like that. And then we come out of it slowly. Perfect. Doing great. Okay, we got our calves to do, ankles, and then we'll do our little bonuses. All right, here we go. So again, we have a nice stance, not too wide. You don't want that heel off the ground. You don't want it so wide that your heel is up off the ground, because then you're going to put pressure on the Achilles tendon to get it down, right? So a wide stride, but a comfortable stride. And then you're going to lean forward. Again, if you need something to hold on to, make sure it's close. Make sure it's high. Don't do this, right? Like that. There we go. And we stretch out that calf. Perfect. Nice. Now, remember, guys, toes pointing forward. Don't have your toe out this way, because that's going to put tension on your knee. Toes got to point forward. And we relax that calf. Good. Just like that. Other side. Here we go. Right? So even if you don't need to lean on something, that's great. But what tends to happen is people are like, I don't need to lean on something, so they'll be doing this, but they won't realize that they can't relax their calf muscle because all of these micro triggers are happening in your stabilizers. So they can't really, you might be able to stand like this, but you can't relax your calf. So grab on so you can relax. Right? The key is getting the effect on the muscle. This is not a workout, this is a stretch. I mean, look at pro athletes, right? If you look at Olympians, right, gymnasts, I mean, arguably Olympic gymnasts are way more flexible than you and I will ever be. And you see they have trainers there with them, helping them. Because stretching is not an exercise, right? So don't be afraid of using things for help, okay? Towels, walls, equipment, things to lean on. Don't worry about it, all right? So here we go. Ankle circles. Big ones. Toe pin, so it's a closed chain. 3, 4, 5. We want big ones, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. What's important, guys, is that you're concentrating on trying to make a circle. It might be a square, right? You might be a little bit stiff, and you're just gonna chunk and make these chunky squares. That's okay. What's important is that you're concentrating. You're trying to get those circles, because eventually you'll get them. But if all you're doing is just flopping your ankle around like a dead fish, well, I guess it won't be dead if it was flopping around. Fish out of water? Okay, if you're just flopping around, then you're not going to get that bonus of getting better and better and better, right? So you really have to concentrate on making circles. So that's the whole thing head to toe, guys. We're going to do 2 bonus ones, all right? You ready? Here we go. 1. We haven't done this in a while. It's the standing pencil stretch. Here we go, okay? So feet together this time. So we're not going to do feet open. We're going to feet together, all right? Hands neutral. So this is prone. This is supinated. This is neutral. Here we go. We go up, 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 up. Right up by the ears. That's it. And now we try to reach up for that ceiling. Oh, there you go. Stretch out that whole body. And down, we release slowly, right? We don't never snap out of it. We release slowly. We're going to do another one. And then we have a second bonus stretch. Okay, ready? Here we go. Up, 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 up. Nice. Good job. Perfect. And nice. Okay, this last one, guys, might be a little bit more advanced. But for those of you who can do it, that's okay. That's what we want, okay? We're going to, yep, I know. You're like, oh, isn't this a Friday stretch? What are you doing on Thursday for? Because some of us might be there, right? So let's give it a shot. So we get nice and wide, toes pointing forward. So you're trying to do a stretch, and you're trying to get the stretch right here, okay? Right in that groin section, which are your adduction muscles. Those affect you being able to pull your legs inward, okay? And they're extremely important. That's why people have a lot of problems with those. They don't work these out. They have issues with their knees, their hips, and all this because their legs aren't able to do the full range of motion that they need them to do. So we are just stretching those out. We're not going to do the bend forward. That is the Friday stretch, right? We're just stretching out that groin area, those adduction muscles. Now, just make sure you're on a surface that's not going to make your feet slide. So if you're doing this on a hardwood floor with socks on, you might be sliding into a compromising position and going a little bit too far, right? And then we come back slow, right? We're not snapping out of the stretch. We will come out slow, okay? So we'll do it again. Make sure you're in a position that you can stick. This is where yoga mats, guys, come really handy. Because, right, and you don't have to start off in this crazy stretch. So watch how I do it, okay? It's not very normal, right? And then I just inch, you know, like you would move a refrigerator, right? Heel, toe, and you kind of scooch it out a little bit. And you slowly control and get yourself further, so you're not putting yourself into a compromised position right out of the gate. And you'll get to a point where you're like, oh, okay, gotta stretch there. And relax. Fantastic. Nice. Just like that. And now we bring it back in nice and slow, right? Same way we went out. We don't snap back. We bring them back in. Perfect. Good job, guys. Listen, that's it. You did the whole thing plus a couple of bonus. It's a nice day outside. It's warm. It's like 2 degrees or -1 or something like that. It's great to get out. Great day for some fresh air. The only thing is it's very slippery and sloshy. So make sure you have a good pair of boots. You might need an umbrella because I think it's supposed to rain today. So it's messy and gross, but you should still get out of the house. Because not being stuck in the house, even if you go for a drive, maybe today is the day you just go for a nice drive. Because being stuck in the house is not great for the mental health and not great for the emotional health, right? You want to be out in the world. You don't want to feel like you're in a prison. Like I always say, even prisoners get 1 hour of time outside every day. So, right? Make sure you get out, get some air, even if it's just driving around. I realize it's gross out, so you don't want to maybe go for a walk, but go for a drive, get some fresh air. It's good for the health. It's good for the mind, good for the soul. And listen, we'll see you back here tomorrow. Tomorrow is Friday, so we're going to do a little bit more advanced stuff. But that's okay. Listen, for those of you who aren't in that advanced stage yet, what I want you to do is I want you to come anyway. And why? Because it's important, first of all, to see that you will be able to do these things, right? These are targets. You're like, wow, that looks great. I want to be able to do that. That looks like it's really going to help me. And the other thing is, it's not impossible, right? You're talking to a guy who was 0% flexible when I started stretching my own personal fitness journey, right? So you will get there, and we'll get there together, right? You're going to get there. You can do it. Come tomorrow, get a little bit of inspiration, and we'll see you then. Have a good day, everybody. Bye.